She go like that.
We're like the Wonder Women.
Chica.
Or we're like Trojan man.
That black yo magic. 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 Magic, magic, black yo magic.
Welcome back to our channel. If you are new to our channel, please like and subscribe below. We have JANEE. I'm JANEE. This is me.
I thought we were going to introduce myself. I'm Yannie, Yannie Unique, whichever you prefer. I'm with me.
I'm Jelly.
And I'm Marissa.
And this is Black
Girl
Girl
Magic,
Magic,
where everyone has a seat at the table. Come sit with us. Ooh, always gets me in mood when it gets to that part. I'm like, hey, come sit with us. Come wine and dine. Fine, 69. Huh? Ain't no crime. Huh? Anywho, today we are here to talk about
Virginity.
Virginity talk.
and we're talking sex. Take a deep breath. And daddy gon' go crazy when he find out that his baby having
sex.
Mama see threat. So think before you let it go. There you go. There go your part, Marissa.
That was my part.
That was your part. She
was
couldn't
too
wait.
early.
So we are going to be talking about our virginity stories.
I did this video on my channel.
Which
Yannie
is what?
Unique. Yannie Unique. Go follow me. Wait, what? We don't got no subscribers yet. But anyway.
She's like, I gotta get them here before I get them there.
But yeah, Yannie Unique. And
And I'm like,
I was 17 when I lost my virginity. It was like a month before my 18th birthday, because remember we were gonna at least be 18 years old before we lost our virginity. But it happened like a month before, and it was on my boyfriend's birthday. So
ooh.
I was
was
like,
like, happy birthday to you.
Exactly.
I was like, happy birthday to you. Hello. I'm like, that's what you was doing?
Yeah, I was like, it wouldn't hurt. It was a month before I was 18, so it was fine. But it was like we were at his house. All his friends were over. I was in the room watching TV. I remember this like it was yesterday.
Okay.
When everybody left, I'm just getting straight to it, huh?
What movie? I'm like, what movie?
I don't remember what I was watching, but when everybody left, you know, he came in the room.
Oh my God, this is weird. I'm gonna go take that
And
pizza
then
out.
we was like talking and stuff, and then one thing led to another.
How do you feel about that? Do you regret it?
No, I was 17. I was almost
Well,
18.
not the age. Do you feel
like
like
the
the
person
person
you-
and
Oh,
stuff
no,
like
no,
that?
no.
Yeah, she.
I don't regret it. That was my boyfriend. I was with him for a minute. I don't regret it at all.
Mm-hmm.
I was once upon a time in love with him. Like,
Mm-hmm.
It makes sense.
it wasn't just some random ass person. I was somebody I was in a relationship with. So.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, look, I have a pizza cutter. Ooh.
I'm like, do we have the answer? Only thing I'm gonna say about that: make sure you really do see yourself being with this person, and first of all, make sure people get tested before you actually.
Yeah, let's start
And
there.
don't let nobody pressure you either.
Yeah, I think
Because
that's
you know,
the
young
safe
boys, they try to pressure you and they
With the
make you
weekend
feel like
game.
you gotta do it in order to be with them. Like, no,
You really don't.
you don't.
And do it because you want to. Like,
think
it's
so.
nothing to rush into.
It's really not. You're really not missing on nothing until you really find your kink. Sex is whack. You know what I'm saying? So little girls, little boys, it's really nothing. It really ain't nothing. But when you find that kink, when you find
own it,
that's when it's sex. You know what I'm saying? You losing your virginity, that shit is that we both experimenting at this point. You know what I know you don't know what you're doing. I for sure don't.
So, would you guys prefer to do it to some, like, if you had a boyfriend and they never had sex, would that turn you off? Or if they only had like a few partners?
we're
like-
speaking now?
Yeah, I'm just
Like
thinking,
if I met a man?
like if you met a man and they're like, you know, I only had sex with like 2 people, or like,
You want somebody
would you prefer
experienced.
somebody who's more experienced in that area?
I
Like,
don't
what is
think
your
it really
preference about
matters.
it?
Ooh, I'm not gonna lie. I don't know.
I feel like the less the better. I don't know. Like,
Yeah, like why?
why would I
I
want
feel like
him to be fucking hella people before we like? I mean,
yeah.
if he did, it's okay because it's like, you know, people
Mhm.
do stuff, but I
Mhm.
don't feel like that would change like
Yeah.
anything. Like,
It really wouldn't matter.
Hopefully he knows what he's doing though.
Yeah,
I
that's
mean,
what I'm saying. Because you know
like,
that's what
no
people
one-
say. Sometimes they'll be like, if you haven't had sex
Right,
you don't
before,
know
then
what
you
to
don't
do.
really know. I mean, you just stuck in the missionary. I don't. You don't
Ooh,
know.
I couldn't be stuck in that limbo.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
I'm not
Like
gonna be
somebody who
wild.
hasn't had a lot of
Young style.
experience might not know. Like you could get on top, you could turn around,
Sure
you
can.
could get on the side. Like they
Sure
might just be
can.
like,
Yes.
so
You can put the finger in the booty, you know.
Oh, you sure can. Ugh. Ugh.
So you need to start with foreplay or get straight to
No, you gotta do
it,
that foreplay,
or,
baby.
like-
I'm not no like wishing well.
and then
Foreplay,
also
yeah.
too, like, do you want to do it in the movie theaters or
Huh,
like
sure.
on
Be
the
spontaneous,
beach?
yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
be
Wait,
be
okay,
spontaneous. That's what I
we're
was
getting
saying.
off beat.
But I
Whose
am
story
not.
is next?
Well, I just kind of felt like it was flowing.
No, she wasn't trying to get into it. She was like,
I
I.
told Chica, like, she said she didn't regret her first time, but I was like, I certainly did.
Really?
I did. I do not like that person. They did not deserve my body
Hello.
or that sacred moment of being the first.
You live
So,
and you learn.
Yeah.
you live and you learn. Thank God for Jay. Like flex right there.
Right.
Right, a little plug in
How you
there.
flex? How you muscle thing go? Oh, like that.
Yes, Chica, like that.
We're like the Wonder Women.
Chica.
Or we're like Trojan Man.
Man.
Sailor Man. He always looked like the Michelin Man to me. A man full of tires.
I guess that's a good question. Do you regret it? No, not at all. But do I wish it was with the person I'm with now? Yes. I feel like you would have a deeper connection if you were still with that person.
Mhm.
But
True.
I don't regret it at all.
I don't regret it.
Not even a little bit.
Yeah, I don't regret who I lost my virginity to. He a bum now, but
I don't regret it.
he a
But
bum.
then he
He a
wasn't.
bum now.
I
He a
hope
bum
whoever
now.
you are, you don't know that
Right.
you
Like,
were the first. Because
okay.
I'm
Oh.
sorry she's calling you.
No, he's a
bum.
bum now. He a bum now. But no, at the time he was like the best boyfriend ever. He treated me like a princess. He was so sweet to me. Like we're talking high school, you know what I'm talking about? He was so light with me, and I lost mine on Valentine's Day. See, he was so romantic. He was real romantic and stuff. So you feel me? Moms was gone. Ha ha. Tell them her story.
Okay, y'all, tell the truth. Have you ever snuck into your boyfriend's house?
Yes.
In high school?
Plenty of
hasn't?
times. I
I'm
for
just
sure
asking the
have.
question.
Yes.
I certainly have.
I
I
have.
didn't have to. I was allowed to go in. I snuck him inside my grandparents' house.
Did you guys parents let boys come over? My mom didn't.
No, I was allowed
Probably to this day I couldn't bring nobody over to be
No,
honest.
I was allowed to go in his house, but like sometimes it wasn't cool. Like when she would say like, "Oh, you can't have company,"
Mhm.
I was still going, but she was. Tawanda was cool. Like
I was
shout
the person.
out to his mom. She a real one, but her son.
I was sneaking out my grandma's house because I was living with my grandma for a little bit in high school. Because long story. But anyway,
right.
I was sneaking out my grandma's house pretty much every night. I never got caught.
She was like, I was.
That was
doing
the most sneaking I had to do was sneaking out my house.
right.
And then I could just go right into his house.
I was sneaking.
I was sneaking. Look at my sister like she was sneaking.
School and shit.
No, I snuck to his house. You all know who I'm talking about.
Yes.
But one time we did get caught.
I never got
Because his
caught.
auntie came.
I snuck
And we
out
tried to
every
run
night.
out the house. She got back in her car, drove around the corner like, sis, I know you was at my house. Come back
That's
here and
rude.
you better call whoever your parent is.
Oh.
God.
Oh, she
Thank
told on you.
God, it was Keisha Sweet.
Yeah.
She was still pretty mad, but
But
you
she
know,
wasn't. Yeah.
Yeah, she tried
Say
to be a
less.
little stern talking to, but you know.
Yeah, I never got caught.
I never got caught.
I never got caught. I was
It
like
was
on
not
my
that
feet.
great.
I was like a little
Yeah,
toy.
I'm surprised I never got caught.
Because if Janina Marvellis found out, ooh, baby. And
My
at the
dad-
time, I'm sneaking. I wasn't doing it. So I'm
Yeah.
like, I'm sneaking out just to chill with
That
you.
was me
That
too.
was
I was
my
like,
thing.
what the fuck am
I wasn't
doing?
even,
I'm
like, when I
just
started doing
sneaking
it,
for nothing.
I was allowed to go. When I was my virginity, my mom knew.
Yeah,
I was
that's
Hopefully it
allowed
wasn't
to.
for nothing because I don't know. I enjoyed being with my boyfriend, whether we was having sex or not. It was
Yeah,
just
for
so
sure.
company, like,
Right.
you know,
Watching
Yeah.
TV.
My little
and
yes,
chilling.
talk about music on your iPod.
Back in the day.
Did you put me on your top 5? You know, shit like that.
Oh no.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. It was back in the day when the phones was like.
Oh, he used to
snake
text my
on them.
Metro, my little pink.
No,
Remember my
no.
phone sister? Remember her cousin, my pink Sprint? Oh, I used to. and on my sidekick. Like,
One time, it was like 5 in the morning. I would keep my phone on loud because my dad would call when he would come. So my dad called me like at 5 in the morning. He was like, I'm on my way. I'm about to be getting off the bridge. And I jumped up so quick. I was like, I got to get back home.
Right now.
I used to get on the 23 from my house to his house. I ran to the bus stop. I'm like, please let the bus be coming. But it came. I got there in time. I was in the bed. I feel like I was there. My dad came like 5 minutes after that. It was so close, but I made it back.
Dang.
And I never got caught though, but it was close.
God is good.
God is good. He really
He protected us because we really wasn't doing that.
Exactly, because they would have really thought like I was out. And then it goes back to like that T.I. bullshit, like with the daughter situation. Like, it would have just, ain't nobody gonna invent, because it's like you still want to have your privacy too, especially because in our minds we wasn't doing it. You know what I'm saying? Like,
okay, so I have a question. Now that like 3 of us we have kids. Marissa has a son and a daughter. I have a son. Janae has a son. Chica has none yet. But like,
she got a
now,
daughter.
Okay,
She's got a daughter.
So when you think about it, yeah, her niece is basically like
her daughter.
So now, okay, like let's take a step back. We know all the stuff that we was trying to sneak around and doing because our parents wasn't let us. So now that like we're moms, aunties, like, what do you think is better to like have conversations?
I'll start this. I'll start this.
Okay.
Rock, paper, scissors right now. Rock, paper, scissors right now.
Okay.
Come on. Show me your way again.
Rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
Let's do it.
Come on. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
Every time! I always beat Troy. Like, every time we do a trip, I beat Troy every time. Okay.
Go, Chica. Now,
Okay,
so
the
question was basically like, now knowing what we know, how we had to sneak around and stuff, like having kids, would you want to be having them sneak around, or would you want them to be talking to you?
See, I'm happy we brought this up. I was just talking about this. I feel like I'm gonna be the type of parent where I want to be open with my kid. I want my kids to be able to come to me and tell me like anything. Like, I don't want them to have to go to other people or to sneak. Like, I can answer all your questions. We could be as open as possible. But like at the end of the day, I'm still your mom. But I just want to have that type of relationship because I know how it feels. Like, we went through it. We was younger once upon a time. And I don't want my kid to have to feel like that. Like, we can
suffocate.
But how do you set that expectation? Because I'm just thinking about
now this is where I'm gonna drop the, because that was perfect. I feel like that too.
I just think about like the stuff that I went through. Like, I couldn't talk to I had strict ass parents. I do not want to be like that with my kid. Like, I want to have like not like a friendship, but I just wanted to be like, I don't know,
more
open.
Like,
I wanted to be more open. Like, you don't have to feel like you can't come talk to me. No, I'm your mom. Come talk to me.
And you can set healthy boundaries. Like when I look back, my mom used to be like, "You ain't having no words till you're 18." Okay, no one's doing that. And that's not realistic. Especially when you have good-looking children. Like, that's really not realistic. But think about it like this. Like, when I think about how to, like you said, Marissa, how do you do something like that? Like, my mom used to be like, nobody can come to her house if they the opposite sex. So it's like, I would if my kid is like in high school and they're dating,
you can sit in the living room. Y'all can do y'all homework. Y'all can watch a movie, and then baby, you gotta go, baby.
That's healthy boundaries.
That's healthy boundaries. I do not care if my son is like, mommy, Jennifer wants to come over. Like, he feeling her, and I know Jennifer. I know her parents. Off top,
and
but
also,
you're no closed doors. I believe in that wholeheartedly.
And let me say this,
I'm not gonna invite the sex in.
Right.
Also, with a girl, like if you got like a little friend, that it's okay for that friend to come over, but you're not gonna be bringing like multiple people. Like,
no,
that's like,
you have to.
And you gotta say like, no one's going in your room. No closed doors. You're gonna sit right in the open area, and they have to leave by a certain time.
But also too, people say that it's better to let them be in your house doing it than being elsewhere, because
I don't agree with that at all.
They're gonna get it done. It's gonna happen, you know.
But I'm not, like I said, I'm not gonna invite it in.
Exactly. I think that's more
justification
to be like, well, even though I know you're gonna do it, I'm gonna just let you be here. Absolutely not.
That's where boundaries set in too. Like, you gotta stay in the living room. Like, you're not finna be in the living room is cool.
And I think hopefully,
and even if you be like, I have to be home too, that could be another boundary. Like, so you won't be sneaky.
And y'all flip flop through houses, and parents get to, if that's who you're really feeling, or if y'all really just friends and y'all whatever.
And hopefully, like, if you have a relationship with your child that is more open and they do start getting curious, like, they'll come talk to you, and hopefully you can explain to them why hopefully they'll feel like they don't need to be sneaking around doing that if it's such an open relationship.
Right.
Are you guys like that now?
I think I want to be like that. I mean, my son's still so young. He's only 6, but once that time comes, I want to be like that, because my mom was so damn strict.
Exactly.
She didn't want to talk about sex.
Strict parents?
Like, she never wanted to talk about sex. Like, my period came, it went. Like, here's a pad, figure it out. Like,
see, that's crazy, because I didn't know that all three. I didn't have strict parents. Like my parents, and I really feel like it's shit. See, I'm glad we're having this discussion because I'm on the other opposite side. I didn't have a strict parent, and I wasn't promiscuous soon. I wasn't hella sneaky.
No joke.
You know, like I didn't have to be like that. My dad used to they let me go to parties and stuff. They let me, if they knew who house I was going to and do it like they talked to, it was like that. But they let me go to parties and live my life and do, because they knew I was a creative. You're not gonna keep me here. They wasn't raised like that, so I think they were just more open to the fact, because I didn't have to lie to my parents. Like, I would just tell them.
Oh, I had to lie.
And I think if now, because my son is 6 too, but like some of the things that I'm always thinking about too is like when young kids make bad decisions, it's not just because you didn't let them do something.
Come on,
like
now.
if you take a step back, especially if I'm thinking about young girls, it's like you need to be talking to them about their worth and about their body, because sometimes they'll be easily manipulated, or they become like, you know, like easily influenced. You need to be like really building them up from the inside and having those conversations, so that when they get in those positions, if you're not with them, they know how to combat them and feel comfortable doing it. Because sometimes, like Chica was saying, like you could feel pressured if you don't feel like, well, it's okay if you don't want to be with me.
That's why other people out there.
Like, I'm beautiful. I'll be okay. And that's like, it's fine.
Yes. And that's why you shouldn't be gassing her up.
Right.
Her mom, her brothers, her teachers. The people around her.
Yes. And that starts with talking.
Right.
So it's like if you eliminate all communication about anything that you feel like is sexual or anything like that, you eliminate the opportunity to really build them up and to have those. Exactly.
They gonna go out and find it because somebody gonna talk to them about it.
Yeah, because I know my kid is beautiful. I know y'all.
I think parents need to just be realistic. Like, about stuff. They just be, you know, like.
You don't want to strangle your child. And I really thank God that I was not in a household where I felt like that. Like, I feel like the only thing that kind of hindered me from things was religion. But that's a whole nother thing. That was like the only real boundaries and stuff. Like, you know, no sex before marriage. But I could have company, like, you know what I'm saying? For one, I got brothers, so they're not doing anything anyway with me. You know, this is when we live with our moms and our parents at the time. So it's like they're not doing it. They just want, you know, at the time, you just want to be up under your people when you young like that. You just want to be around them, and then y'all only go in school and home. So I'd rather y'all kick it in here than he got you on Woo Block kicking it. Downtown, some of the shit. Like, come on, y'all want to play games and.
As a parent, make sure you're having conversations with your kids, because somebody will, and you want it to come from you because you know it's genuine and it's authentic.
Who's better?
The parent, honestly.
The parent.
And I would say to anybody that's right now having a conversation with themselves about if they want to lose their virginity, make sure that decision belongs to you. If you're not ready, it's okay to not be ready. And if you are, just make sure that you're owning that, because ultimately you're going to be accountable for how you feel after it happens.
Yes.
Yeah, but just make sure, I mean, don't let nobody pressure you. Do it when you're ready. And if they don't want to wait, then bye. Any parents watching this, please be realistic. You was once your kid age, and you know how it feels if you had strict parents.
My advice would be, don't rush, because like I said, it really ain't cracked up what it's to be. You're really not missing anything. Any of them friends you got that be like, like talking about their experience, don't feel like, because that's how they interpreted what they got going on, has anything to do with you. If you want to wait, be bold and stand in your truth and let that be it. You know what I'm saying? And whenever you're ready, whether it be like now, if you're ready, that's cool, because you want it. But don't let, to piggyback off what my sister said, don't let nobody pressure you. That's weak. Pressure is weak.
And the biggest thing, be safe out here in these streets.
Bullies is weak.
Okay, so that concludes our video.
Guys. Comment, like, subscribe.
Turn your post notifications on. Comment down below. Give
and
us
let
a
us
thumbs
know
up
your
if you like this video. Yeah.
Share it.
Share your stories and your feedback
in our comment section.
Let's go.
Bye.
Thank you for watching.
Thank you for watching.
Bye.
I feel like we're on like
That black yo magic.
bye.
That black yo magic. That black yo magic.